Welcome to Polygamy with Bees P. I am your host, Bees P. Much respect to all of my followers. If you're new to the page, I'd like for you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated on all the latest content. Let's get into this. But before we do, I'd like to give a special RIP shout out to the Godfather himself, Mr. Kevin Samuels. We thank you, King. We appreciate all the work you put in to try to better the situation between men and women, black men and women specifically. Under the moon and over the soaring POLYGAMY, that's what I'm all about. Okay, y'all, let's get to it. In this video, we have a quote-unquote independent black woman who's a bus driver, getting it in, making a living for herself, and she says she has no tolerance for being a side chizik, who admits to having an attitude and a slick mouth, and said it's hard to find a man. Go figure. Let's get
How old
to
are
it.
you?
I'm 32.
All right. Any single or married?
I'm single.
Any kids?
Nope.
What you got?
I don't want to be nobody's side chick because I want to be married. I'm out on my own. I've been holding it down on my own, but it's kind of hard, Kevin, because like really when women say they want to look for the right person, they got their own definition about that, but it's hard. It's hard because then it's hard. I tried and tried. I'm 32 with no kids. I live on my own. It's not
What's
easy.
hard? What's hard about it? What's the only common denominator in all of our relationships?
I don't know. I don't know. It's the patience.
You know what a common denominator is?
Yeah, it's the bottom line.
No, that's not what a common denominator is.
What
the
is
same
it?
thing.
What is it?
The only common denominator in all of our relationships is us.
Correct. But men these days, it's difficult because they want their cake and eat it too.
Another old proverb that I just don't understand. What's the purpose of having a cake if you can't eat it too?
It's always the man, huh?
It could be the woman too, but
no, we're talking about you. So if I talk to all your exes and ask them how did they experience you, what do you think they'd say?
They're going to give good stuff out. They're going to say I have a little attitude and my mouth is slick, but that's about it.
See, scripture tells us in Proverbs 22:14, the mouth of an immoral woman is a dangerous trap. Those who make the Lord angry will fall into it. And you see how nonchalant she is about minimizing two major issues a man would have with a woman, her attitude and her mouth. Come on now.
That's about it?
Yeah. They gonna say good stuff. I mean, as far as the bad stuff, but they gonna say I'm independent.
Who gives a shit about? No disrespect, man. Who gives a shit that you're a functioning adult? Okay. Nobody cares that you've been holding it down. That means you're taking care of yourself. But you say they're gonna say you got an attitude and a slick mouth, and that's it.
That I'm loving and caring. That I'm loving and caring.
So much so that you got an attitude and a slick mouth. What makes women like you think that that's acceptable?
I speak my mind. If nothing don't feel right, then
that's why you're alone. That's why you're alone. That's why you're alone.
It's hard. I don't want to be
No,
alone.
It's not hard. It's not hard. Acting right shouldn't be this hard.
Got you.
From my experience of counseling and through my observation, I could see at this moment he began to reach her. And shouts out to this sister because she shows that there's hope for her. You know what I mean? She was able to be reached. And through her facial expression, you can see that she's taking it all in.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a bus operator. I work for the city, drive buses.
So you just do what the fuck you want to in the bus? You just speed? You do whatever you want to do? Don't obey the traffic laws?
I do.
Okay, so you can act like right when the white man's money's on the line.
Unfortunately.
See how that works, gentlemen? See how that works when her holding it down is jeopardized, that white paycheck is on the line, then all of a sudden these sassy, slick mouth women, they can show act right.
Man, he killed it with that right there. I mean, I say this a lot. I've said this to my wives. I've said this to a lot of my friends that who are females. I mean, they can go to work every day and they're going to follow the white man's orders. They're going to follow the instructions. They're going to follow the rules and the regulations of that job. The moment they leave that job and they come home to the man that they're supposed to be following, sparks will fly from the mouths of contentious women. And you know they get pissed off at their work, at their bosses and things of that nature. But guess what they're not going to do? They're not going to jeopardize their job, but they'll jeopardize their relationship.
It's not easy. I live in LA, and it's not. I don't
Listen to
even
all
have
these
no.
excuses. Listen to all these excuses.
I don't have no kids, so if I
So
was
what?
like,
So
didn't
what?
give a fuck
So
and I'm
what?
settled,
So what?
excuse my language, but you know,
So
if
what? You don't have any kids. You don't have any kids. Due respect, man. You don't have any kids. What do you mean settle? You're a bus driver.
you gonna make me press that.
I just want you guys to think for a second that the world we live in, to where a sassy, attitude, sassy mouth bus driver thinks she's settling for somebody. That's how far. Y'all don't understand how bad you guys have gotten, because you're on here talking about how hard it is. You exactly where you sound like you need to be by yourself.
On some occasions, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, you like dogs or cats?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean by that? I like a human being. Like,
But you're going. If you had to pick between dog or cat, what would you pick?
it'd definitely be a cat.
Okay, well, good with that, because see, a cat don't care about what comes out of your mouth because they don't speak human.
But it's not. That's not what it's gonna be, though. One day, you know, that's not
right.
what
Right. And one day, because you know, human beings as they get older, only become less like they are or more like they are.
I tried to follow your advice, but it's.
You have.
I watch you all the time, but I'm telling, I don't know.
Why is it so hard for you to behave?
Because I'm gonna express myself. Like if I feel like somebody trying to take control of, not even control, like take advantage of me. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm big hearted. So if I feel like somebody,
I get so sick of black people with this Zodiac shit. I'm a Capricorn. It's hard. All right. So what? Capricorn, it's hard. Well, then what are your alternatives? Buy a dog or a cat and die alone. I mean, it's hard, right? So, hey, you're in LA. You and the cat can eat the same food. We're talking about just simple common decency and respect. And I said, how would your exes tell me they experienced you? And you said it. They would probably tell you I have a bit of an attitude, which is a whole lot, and a slick mouth. Well, see, that's the problem. You ladies are able to talk crazy to men with no consequences.
Sirach 25:13, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And like I said, I like this sister. I think she has a chance. You know, I would love to see an update to see how much this really reached her, especially after the passing of Kevin Samuels. Let's get back to the video.
So now what men are doing is just avoiding you. You can't even give it away. And men don't want to tolerate this. We haven't even got to the important stuff because you're just out of control. That's fine. You think that gets better with age?
No, I only get older.
So, since you seem to know those couple of issues, what are you doing about them? Nothing?
I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress.
With who? Nobody.
Yeah,
So in other words, she's not doing anything. Not doing anything. She knows her issues and is doing absolutely nothing. So that's a formula for what kind of outcome?
Do you think the marriages back in the day is different?
No. You got to answer my question before I answer yours.
Okay.
That's a formula for what kind of outcome?
Nothing.
So what's your question?
Do you think the marriages is different from like back in?
When you touched your phone, it cut off. Do I think marriages back in the day are different from today? I said yes. And you said what? Marriage don't last?
No.
No, you ladies don't last.
He told you he loved you and this was a problem. You put up your hands like, when is the punch gonna come? You've been married for 5 years. Has he punched you yet?
No. No, he's a
He
wonderful
doesn't
man.
punch you. He's a wonderful man.
Yes, I'm just not
so
used to
the
that.
I love you is too much for you.
It's not too much, but you don't have to tell me like twice a week.
You're lower quality than your grandmothers.
Okay.
Your grandmothers were better women.
They was raised different.
They were better women. They understood the value of family. They believed in God.
I believe in God.
As long as he's doing what you need. Oh, really?
Through the good, through the bad. My best and my worst.
Really?
Really.
You're a Christian?
I'm not a Christian, no.
So what God are you talking about?
It's only one God.
Which is who?
But what I'm saying is, do you
No.
think I'm not a Christian, no.
You said you believe in God.
I believe in Jesus Christ, yeah. The Holy Spirit, yeah.
But you're not a Christian?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Because I'm not living every day as I'm not doing it. I'm not living every day. I'm not.
So again, this is why I challenge women when they talk about God. Jesus is like cosmic Santa Claus to be able to give them what they want when they want to. You're undisciplined, man. There's no discipline you're under. No religious discipline. This is why y'all are less quality women than your grandmothers. Your grandmothers submitted themselves to something greater. Y'all submit yourselves to your bag. Yeah. Bus driving bags. That's how low the standard is. I mean, bus driving, whatever job.
Whatever job.
The average black woman makes 20. The average black woman in this country makes $28,000 a year, but they'd rather have $28,000 and no husband. That's a bag. You can't get along with a man. That's the problem. So if you're not going to do anything to fix it, that means you're going to live your life by yourself.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I do like this sister, and prayerfully this short consultation was effective for her going forward in her life.
Unless you see a different outcome. Do you?
No, like you said, if you change, working.
Okay, so let's fast forward 30 years. How long you been working for the city?
Well, I don't think my job got nothing to do with,
Excuse me, how long you been working for the city?
7 years.
You plan on retiring with this job?
No.
Okay. What job do you plan on? What do you plan on doing until 65?
I want to open up a business.
Doing what?
I want to do an animal spa business. I like animals, so that was a good question you asked me earlier. I love animals.
Did you go to college?
No, some college. I didn't finish.
So where do you plan on getting the money to start this business?
Good question.
So in other words, you're just talking.
Huh?
So in other words, you're just talking and dreaming.
Brainstorming, yeah.
No, talking and dreaming. See, I like calling shit what it is.
Manifesting.
Talking and dreaming.
Manifesting, that's correct.
Talking and dreaming. You have no money to start a business, and being an animal spa is going to give you $2.7 million to retire on.
What that have to do with a man?
You don't even get it.
I get it.
You ain't gonna hit a man because your attitude's too bad. So if you can't behave and act right, ain't nobody gonna want to deal with this. So you're gonna have to take care of yourself till you die. That's what it got to do with it. Because you got a slick mouth and you kind of got an attitude. That means ain't nobody gonna couple with you. That means you got to take care of you until you die. And the job you're working right now is a job. It ain't nothing to retire on. No children, no husband means what happens when you can't work or you get sick. You're going to be on the street.
I understand. Trust, I feel you on that.
So all this, so this is why I said, I'm talking, I'm manifesting. That means the Jesus the God I do not follow and the life I don't live, he's supposed to manifest and give me stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna just say this, man. Far too many of our women are just walking around like big children. Y'all are not serious people. At 30 somebody, you know your grandmother? Yep. You can't make this shit up.
Make sure you like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Polynomics with Beast P.